Hello students, this is Miss Dalton. Today we're going to look at systems of equations, but in word problems. So for our objective, TLW stands for the learner will analyze a situation, formulate a system of equations, solve the system, and determine the reasonableness of my solution. So in our first example, we have Gabby and Kinsley went to racetrack for some snacks for their study session. Gabby bought 3 Rooster Boosters and 5 bags of Skittles and spent $13.20. Kinsley bought 2 Rooster Boosters and 6 bags of Skittles and spent $11.44. What is the cost of a bag of Skittles? So in these word problems, the first thing that you want to do is you want to assign your variables. In this problem, we have 2 girls. We have Gabby and we have Kinsley, and they're buying snacks. The 2 snacks that they buy are Rooster Boosters and Skittles. So in our variables, we want, because the snacks are what is being assigned coefficients. So our 2 snacks are going to be our variables. You can assign them either way. I'm going to make X the cost of the Rooster Boosters, and Y is going to be the cost of the Skittles. Now when we make our equation, we're going to make one of our equations Gabby on what she spent, and our other equation is going to be for Kinsley with what she spent. Alright, so let's look at Gabby. Gabby bought 3 Rooster Boosters, so Rooster Boosters is X, so we're going to say 3X. And then she bought 5 bags of Skittles, so and plus she bought 5 Skittles, so Y. And she spent $13.20. That's my total. So that's going to be my equation. 3X plus 5Y equals $13.20. Now you want to make sure that you have your variables assigned, because if I don't have my variables assigned, then I don't really know what X and Y stands for. Okay, now let's look at Kinsley. Kinsley bought 2 Rooster Boosters, so 2X, and so plus 6 Skittles, which was 6Y, and she spent $11.44. So let's make that equation. 2X plus 6Y equals $11.44. So now we have our 2 systems. We want to figure out the cost of the Skittles and the cost of the Rooster Booster, because obviously Gabby and Kinsley are paying the same price. It's just that they bought different amounts. Alright, so since we know how to graph these, that would be the best way to find our answer. To graph them, you need to get Y by itself in each one of them. Okay, so let's do the red one. 3X plus 5Y equals 13.20. You want to move the X, so subtract 3X to get that 0 pair and move it to the other side. Cancels. You have 5Y equals, write the X value first so that we can get it into Y equals MX plus B plus 13.20, and now divide everything by 5. So negative 3/5 X plus 2.64. That's my first equation. Second equation starts with 2X plus 6Y equals 1144. Again, you want to move the 2x to the other side, so we're going to subtract 2x. If you started to notice, you can form a habit on trying to get this y by itself. You're always going to move the x to the other side and then divide by the coefficient of y. So you'll have negative 2x plus 1144, so hopefully you're starting to recognize that so that it gets pretty easy to solve for y. Divide by 6, divide everything by 6, y equals, let's simplify that, negative 1/3 x which with the most exact answer that would simplify to be 572 over 5. I'm sorry, that's not right. I simplified that wrong. It's actually 143 over 75. Okay, now use your calculator if you have one at home to go ahead and solve that on the calculator by graphing. If you don't have a calculator at home, then just write down what I say and then you can check it in the morning. Okay, so I just graphed it on my graphing calculator and I found the point of intersection. Remember, you can hit second, trace, and then hit enter, hit number 5, and then hit enter, enter, enter. That does give you the point of intersection, which I got to be 2.75, comma, 99 cents, or 0.99. Okay, so we want to see what that number actually represents. 2.75 is X, which if you remember is the cost of the Rooster Boosters. The 99 cents is your Y, which is your cost of Skittles. And if we go back and we look at our question that they're asking us what is the cost of a bag of Skittles. The cost of the bag of Skittles is our Y value right here. So the answer for this problem is that a bag of Skittles costs 99 cents. The main thing that you want to get from this when you do a system of equations word problem is after you've solved your answer and you get an ordered pair like this right here, okay, you want to know what those numbers stand for. So you always have to go back to your variables to recognize what those numbers stand for. Okay, we're going to do lots of practice on this when you come in tomorrow. Just be ready to work. Fill out your WISC, please.